Hello, everyone. I, sorry, I have just been having the most amazing time making art recently. Um, my roommate slash a very, very close friend, who I hold very dear to my heart, she owns an art studio, and recently we have been playing with clay because um, they have a kiln at the art studio, but it's not fully set up yet because owning a kiln is very, very big process. And there's a lot of steps that need to be taken in order to run a kiln in the safest possible way. So we don't have a kiln right now, but we are prepping for the kiln. Like, we would need things to fire. So recently we have just been, oh God, we have been making so many ceramics, mugs, shelves, charms, plates, this, that, like everything. And so I have just come back from a full day of making ceramics, and I have unwinded, I have washed my face, I have gotten ready for bed, and I was just, watching YouTube videos, doing God knows what. And then I thought, oh my God, I would love to film a tier ranking video. um, I did say in the last tier making video that I wanted to do the Girl of the Years in a tier ranking video. Now, before I introduce you to the tiers, I am a little bit more prepared to rank these girls based on. I'm not doing story because I really, honestly, like, I'm a more visual person when it comes to stuff like this. We're ranking them based off of collection and actual doll. But I'm a lot more prepared than I was for my historical ranking. I have looked at all their collections. I'm pretty familiar with um, their overall collections. So this should be a much more educated ranking. I'm very, very excited. I love making a tier ranking video. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to our tiers so we can get started. All right, so our top tier, our number one tier is Smooches Girls. This tier is the top tier. I love these dolls a lot. I maybe want to own some of these. Like just the highest form of smooches, I guess. Whatever. Tier 2, I cherish. Aw, a very warm feeling. I think that they're very, very cute, and I can't really see myself wanting to own them, but I do like them. Our middle tier is decently decent. They are decently decent. No qualms, but I don't love them. Second to last tier is going to be, I really don't want to comment, but what I mean by this is the last tier I won't be commenting on, but this one, like, I feel like I have to give my reasoning as to why I'm ranking them so very low. And then our last tier is dot dot dot, watch your back. This tier to me is the worst of the worst. I just I don't like them. There's nothing particularly, special about them, or there's just no interesting things about them. So now that I have, laid it all out, let's just get started. Okay. The very first girl of the year we have is Blair. Blair is a more recent Girl of the Year, and I personally just prefer the earlier Girl of the Years. I think there were, I think the earlier ones were much more unique, and as they got on, like, they just kind of all blurred together a little bit for me. But Blair, Blair isn't the most unique. I mean, she does have a beautiful face, and I really love her hair shade, but her aesthetic is like she's beautiful. Her collection is beautiful and dainty and nice, and I like that she's, farm. Every time I think of Blair, I think of the farm. But personally, she's not for me, but I don't know that I can put her in I really don't want to comment because there are just so many dolls that I would prefer to put in that tier. Krissa Maxwell is next. Here's the thing about Krissa. I really don't hate her collection at all, but I don't I don't like her. And I don't know that I have any basis as to why I don't like her, but I don't like I just don't there's nothing that I like about her other than the clothes that she wears. Um so with that being said, I'm gonna put her in I really don't want to comment. Because personally, I think that the two other dolls in her collection are much stronger than her. Not like collection wise, obviously, because they don't really have collections, but like base doll wise, I feel like they definitely didn't have to make Krissa the main girl. Especially when she comes with two best friends. Come on. Next up is Corinne Tan. Here's what I'll say about Corinne. I don't mind Corinne's collection. And I don't mind the half colorful hair in the modern girls. I really don't. But Pooyai, that face mold, I I don't know that American Girl has mastered a more almond shaped eye, a more Eastern shaped eye. I think that the Jess mold is cute, and I think that that's their most successful attempt at one. But oh God, like I just don't. The face mold ruins Corinne for me, and I really don't want that to be the case. But here we are ranking, and I have to put her somewhere. And her little sister, no, absolutely not. But she's not watch your back worthy to me. Wow, I'm kind of realizing that not a lot of girls are gonna go into watch your back, which is good. Next we have Gabriella. Hands off, Gabriella. Hands off. I feel so bad for Gabriella. I'm gonna put her, and I really don't want to comment, but I do pity her because of all the controversy. Like every American Girl person that is like heavily into the brand, I feel like knows about Gabriella and knows what American Girl did. So I do pity her, but looking at it ranking aside, she is not the strongest, but I realistically cannot put her in watch your back because I do pity her. It just doesn't feel right. Next we have Grace Thomas. Okay, I'm gonna put Grace in decently decent. I feel like Grace belongs in decently decent because her collection is not the worst. I can't say that I hate her collection because it's a period piece, if I must say so. Like that's what her collection reminds me of, is just like it is set in time. And she's a beautiful base doll. So. And I don't mind the the girls that their story kind of takes place in a different part of the world. I think that leaves a lot more room for, different cultures, different places to kind of shine through in a Girl of the Year collection. I don't know if Paris, France is really that collection to do that, but it's kind of very, we um Bisu, like it's very that, but I don't think it's horrible by any means. And like I said, I think her base doll is very gorgeous. Next we have Gwen. Gwen is one of the characters that came with Krissa, and I believe she doesn't have any other clothes, and I believe that she is just like she's not the worst, but there's nothing really I can base her off of. You know what I mean? I think she's cute and I like her bangs and her dress isn't the worst, but there's nothing to her. So I'm not going to comment on her. Next we have Isabel. I don't hate Isabel, and like I said, I don't mind the colorful hair, but I'm not the biggest fan of dance ensemble, and they did a mix and match thing with her collection, which is fine, but I I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Um, but I'm gonna put her in decently decent. Like I feel like for what she has, like it's not the worst by any means. I will say I don't know why they chose to do an ombre effect with her clip-in extension. They could have just dyed the whole thing, or like at least gotten the color really close to the clip-in, because I don't like the fact that the ombre is so harsh. Like when I look at the ombre, I'm like, girl, like it's like a line, So I feel like they definitely could have upped that a little bit. Now we're getting into some, higher ups on the list. Jess. Oh, Jess. I think her last name is McConnell. I really do cherish Jess. I think her collection, while it isn't the best, I think her meat outfit is really sweet, and I like her mold, and I like the length of her hair, and I like the color palette that they chose for her collection. A lot of the Girl of the Years are very beach focused. A lot of their um, collections are water heavy, and she is no exception. But I really, really do love Jess, and I I would like to own her, but I don't need to own her, which is why I'm putting her in I cherish, because I don't know that I, need to own her. But yes. Joss. Y'all, I don't fucking like Joss. I really do not like Joss at all. I I like the fact that she comes with a hearing aid. I think that representation is important, but like she just kind of grinds my gears a little bit. I don't know what it is about her, but there's just something that I don't like about Joss. I don't like her collection, and I don't like her. So, you know, looks wise, I don't like her. Next we have Kaylee. Kaylee is this perfect line of teetering decently decent, and I don't really want to comment. I'm gonna put her in I don't really want to comment because her collection, I'm gonna say it, it's boring. She is a boring doll, but you want to know what saves her? You want to know what saves her? That beautiful green two-piece swim set. I cannot get over that beautiful two-piece swim set that comes in her collection. That to me saves her collection. Kanani! Kanani, Kanani, Kanani. Kanani's gonna immediately go into Smooches Girls. Kanani released around the same time that I was a kid into American Girl. And yeah, like I love, love, love her. I like her, her her being native to Hawaii and her collection kind of showing that. Um and I like her shape. I stand. I like her collection. She is, she's based around the beach, but I feel like for Kanani it makes sense. You know what I mean? I don't know if everyone that lives in Hawaii is, always at the beach all the time, paddleboarding, eating shave ice. Like, I don't know many native Hawaiians, but her collection is very much, beach heavy, whatever. But I really, really do love her. I love the length of her hair. I think it's so beautiful. And I like how her her face is a Jess mold. I think it's just it makes her so much more precious. Next we have Cubby. I'm torn. I don't hate Covey, but I hate that face mold. And her collection isn't really the worst, but it's just not for me. So I can put Covey and I don't really want to comment. No, I'm gonna put Covey in decently decent. You know what? Face mold aside, I like that she is our first um girl of the year with an Indian background. I like her Bollywood outfit, and I like that she's a musical theater kid. I think that's really cool. But I just, y'all know how I feel about the Marie Grace face mold based off of how I ranked her in my historical video. Kara Bailey, hmm, yeah, no, I don't like Kara Bailey. She's not an ugly doll, but her collection is butt ass ugly. Like, oh my god, I can't even begin to fathom somebody wanting Kira. I just don't like her. And like, at least the girls that I'm putting into I don't really want to comment. Like, they have something going for them. I just don't. I like the fact that it's, in a different, country that her story's based off of the Australian outback, but I just, I don't know. Next, Lainey Holland. Lainey is my girl. I also am very nostalgic towards Lainey. I can see why a lot of people don't like her. I think her collection isn't the best collection, but I like her nature aesthetic that she has, and I like that she's doing something other than, being at the beach or, dancing or whatever. Um, but not recently, but I have a Lainey in my collection, but her wig is like chopped up at the top, so I need to either replace her wig or send her to the doll hospital. I'm really conflicted with how I feel about Lainey. I know that I like her, but I haven't really had time to cherish her in my collection or like get to really know her. So that's the reason I'm gonna put her into I Cherish and not Smooches, because I really want to spend time with owning Lainey in my personal collection. So hopefully when I get her wig situation fixed out, I can spend some more time with her and then like make a not even make a decision, because I know that I like Lainey, but her ranking can very much vary depending on how much time I spend with her. Anyway, next we have Leah. Leah isn't bad, but I don't like her collection. I think her base doll is beautiful, but I don't like her collection at all. Yeah, she feels right to me there. Like, I feel like she's a very beautiful doll, but I have no wanting to own her. OG of OGs of OGs, Lindsay Bergman. I cherish Lindsay. I would like to own her one day, but she was the first one. Her collection's not that big, but I really, really, really love her outfit, and I think her face is sweet, and I like that she has a shorter haircut, and I like the fact that she has a scooter. I really, really like her scooter. So, you know, Lindsay being an OG, I have to give her props, and I cherish that about her. Luciana Vega. Okay. She has the colorful hair, which we know I don't have a problem with at this point. I like that she is doing something STEM related. I think it's very different. And her collection, honestly, it isn't that bad. What I do have a problem with is that damn meat outfit. She, like Grace Thomas, she is a product of the period piece. It is set in time, and That galaxy print, oh my God. What were they thinking? I'm gonna put her in decently decent because I don't think that she's the worst. I can see how, you know, I can see why I'm putting her in that category. I understand why I have to put her in decently decent and not I really don't want to comment. Next up is Marisol. Oh God. I love Marisol. I really do. I think her meat outfit is so good. It's a little bit too good for my liking. I love her face mold. I love the fact that her skin tone is kind of similar to her hair color. I think it makes her just stand out so much more. Um, she's a dancer. I like her. I like her collection. I don't think that I would want to own her, but I love her name. First of all, it makes me think of the Cheetah Girls too when they're in España. But yeah, like I just love her meat outfit. Like that's what sets her above everyone else to me. And yeah, like oh God, I love Marisol. Next we have Mia St. Clair. Mia St. Clair is a doll that has grown on me a lot recently. I love her strawberry blonde hair, and I like that she ice skates. I don't know that we have another girl of the year that ice skates. I could be absolutely completely wrong, but I think Mia stands out because she is like she's an earlier girl of the year, so her collection matches that aesthetic of the earlier girls. But yeah, Mia is in Smooch's Girls. I would love to own her. I think she's so, so cute. Nikki, I'm gonna put Nikki in decent. Well, no, because I like Nikki's collection. I think her collection's cute, and she was, I believe, the first girl that liked horses. So she's an OG in that aspect. Not as OG as Felicity, but she's an OG in this category. And I like her more westernish, horsey. I don't hate that aesthetic, and I think Nikki, her collection's very beautiful. Like I think that her collection is very beautiful, and I like that it sticks in kind of the same color palettes. Well, all the Girl of the Year's collections stick in that same color palette. But hers particularly I like because it is an earlier collection. And yeah, I don't think she's the worst base doll, but I mean, I don't like her wig. Oh God, I don't like that wig. Next up is Sage Copeland. Okay, Sage. Okay, I'm very conflicted on Sage because I like. Oh, what do I like about Sage? I like her face, and I like her wig, and I like that her story's set in New Mexico. What I don't like is that shawl that she comes with. I think that Sage is she's a stronger doll because of her story and because of the popularity. I understand why she's popular. I just can't forgive her for that shawl outfit. You guys, it's not cute at all. And I like that she's a painter. McKenna Grace. McKenna Grace. I'm putting McKenna and I really don't want to comment because her wig, no. Her outfits, well, I don't think her outfits are the worst. I just hate her. Like, I just do not like her. But I don't think she's worse than a couple other girls on this list. You know what I mean? Next, we have Sonali. I think that Sonali is very, very beautiful. But again, like Gwen, she doesn't really have a collection to go off of. But here's the like, why couldn't Sonali be the girl of the year that year? They had her, planned to be with Krissa. I feel like she could have very well been the girl of the year, and I think she's strong enough to be a girl of the year. I think she's very cute, and I don't hate her outfit. I think it's, another period piece, but there's no doubt about it that she could have been the girl of the year that year. Summer Next up, we have Lila. Lila's gonna go, and I don't really want to comment. For her being a more recent Girl of the Year, I don't hate her, but she's not at all up to par with some of these other girls. If Raquel was on this list, I would put Raquel in I Cherish Her. I think that Raquel is one of the stronger Girl of the Years that has come out over the course of what, 8 years? Like, maybe her nostalgia factor, is making people see her through some rose colored glasses. But no, like, I think her collection is very cute and I see why people like her. Um, I don't know why they said that she likes DJing and they gave her nothing to DJ with and just pickleball. I think that's kind of weird, but yes, if Raquel was on this list, she would go right into I Cherish because that doll is very beautiful. Well, we've reached the end of yet another awesome tier list that I love doing. I I guess I'm an American Girl channel now. Like, I just love American Girl so bad. And I really, really want another doll soon. I don't know who it's gonna be or if I even get another doll anytime soon. But, now that it's October, I'm very, very busy in October. With like Halloween and like going to all my friends' parties and doing this and doing that. So I'm not working as much in October. So I don't know that I'm gonna be buying a lot of dolls, but if I do, maybe I'll find, a girl for a good deal and hold her and cherish her and, do whatever. But anyway, that's not the point of this video. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed my tier list ranking of the American Girl of the Years. And let me know if you agree with my list. Let me know if you don't. I'm down to chat. I hope your October is going so very well, and I hope you're celebrating all the Halloween spooky, spooky, spooky activities. Maybe my next videos will be, about something spooky or something. So, yeah. But anyway, okay. Deuces. Everyone have an amazing, 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 amazing day because you deserve it. Okay, bye.